Hello YouTube community, my name is the Jackhammer13, and today we're going to be starting off 2021 with the only thing that I really know how to start off the channel with, an update video. So, I've been gone for a decent amount of time, about 6 months, and it's not for lack of trying. I've wanted to come back, but what I decided to do was focus my energies on schoolwork and recording videos so that I'll have them ready for this year. I decided that this year I wanted to be as full-time, quote-unquote, as I could be, both with this channel, with Game Squad, and with any other projects I decided to do throughout the year. Now, why did I wait all this time to let you guys know what was up? Well, I kind of just wanted to let the year ride and just get it over with. You know what I mean? I ended off the year basically doing a blade job to my eyebrows, so that's why I have to wear this silly looking thing. Y'all know what 2020 was like. We ain't gonna deal with that anymore. By the way, Happy New Year to y'all. It's a really good time. I'm glad that we get to share this moment together now that the year has passed and the new year has begun. You know, it's good stuff. So, what is this year going to look like? Well, I've already developed a schedule, and I already have videos ready and locked and loaded for this schedule. So what is that going to look like? Well, typically, I'd want to start from the very beginning, the beginning of the week. But this time, let's start from the beginning of the year. The beginning of the year is going to be on a Friday. Now, Fridays, typically, we would have 2 videos. An AEW review, that way I give people plenty of time on Thursday to watch back the show if they haven't had a chance to. And even though the performances on that weren't too good, I was having a lot of fun doing it, so I'm going to continue doing that. And that'll go up on 9 o'clock. Those will go up on 9 o'clock, I guess is a better way of putting it. 7 p.m. I will have another upload going up, and that will be If My Heart Had Wings. So you can expect that later today. Now, because last show was a memorial for Brody Lee, and I really don't feel like doing a review of that, this video is taking its place for today. We'll get to it next week, and we'll be getting that proper. But If My Heart Had Wings will be going up at 7 p.m. tonight, so feel free to go check that one out if you enjoy. Tomorrow, it's going to be Saturday, and we have a new series. I've been doing a Nuzlocke with the boys, Cameron, Jordan, and Bobby from Tubby Toad et al., and SP from Grog Games. The 5 of us have been playing, and we've had a friend in the very beginning, Timster from Timfoolery Gaming, who also joined us. But because we were playing that series, and I was having a whole lot of fun doing it, but I didn't feel like I was challenging myself as much as I should, because I'm going to be honest with you, that series is more for me to have fun with the gang, be able to enjoy myself, and not, demonstrate Pokemon skills. I decided that I'm going to do my own Pokemon Nuzlocke, and I'm going to upload it here on the channel. So I have a few episodes of that I need to edit up and be ready for tomorrow, or I guess, 2 days from now, from when I'm recording this, but tomorrow for you guys. So that will be going up, and it will be going up at 7 p.m. Typically on Saturdays, I also have a 9 a.m. upload of First Day of the Rest of My Life, because technically it's only been 2 days into the new year by that time. I'm not going to have one ready. That's okay though. Sundays, we're going to have a break. Y'all get to go do your own thing, go to church, get some rest, whatever you want to do. Good times for everybody. Nothing here on the channel though. Mondays is going to be an interesting day, and I have no idea how I'm going to start off the big thing that I want to do, but the other thing that I'm going to be doing is 9 a.m. uploads of Minecraft Mondays. So it's going to be a pretty good time. I have plenty of footage that I need to edit, and while I wasn't entirely certain I wanted to have Minecraft on this channel, there was one thing that I knew was going to change my mind, and that was the Survivor multiplayer server that my group has for Game Squad. So I was like, well, I might as well record some of that, show you guys the highlights, and just have a good old time that way. I'm not trying to have that be a mainstay show. It's just going to be for the SMP for this season, and I'll probably just play it on my own next time we update the server. But I just sort of wanted to let you guys in on, another side of my life, the things that I do in my free time more so, and the things that I do with my YouTube friends. So good times there. But on 7 o'clock, as you can see, we have a 9 a.m., 7 o'clock schedule going. At 7 o'clock, from 7 to 10 is when I'd like to stream. Now, what the streams are typically going to look like is an hour to 2 hours of gameplay of whatever game. Celeste is going to be the first one that I'm going to continue playing, because I was playing that the last time I streamed for the Game Squad channel, and that's where it would be. And then another hour to 2 hours, again, depending on my mood for how much I want to play games and how much I want to do the other thing. I'm going to be storyboarding a story that I've come up with, and it's going to be pretty interesting stuff. If you haven't been able to check it out, I highly encourage you to do so. I'm also going to eventually have a full-on schedule for all of this. That way y'all can be a little bit more in tune with the actualities of it. By the time the first video goes up, not this one, but If My Heart Had Wings goes up at 7 p.m. today, I'm probably going to change the About section to show it properly there. But I'll also create another video that's a bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Collected, gathered, whereas this is just sort of spur of the moment, me doing an update video style thing, you know what I mean? On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're going to be doing the mainstays of the channel, the things that I've been doing for quite a while now, other than If My Heart Had Wings, Persona, and The Longest Journey. Tuesdays, the 9 a.m. release will be Persona, the 7 p.m. release will be Longest Journey, and vice versa on Thursdays. The 9 a.m. will be Longest Journey, 7 p.m. will be Persona. And that just leaves us with one more day, and on that day, we're going to have a mystery game. A game that I'm going to start recording tomorrow. I haven't recorded any of it till today, actually, or tomorrow, I guess. So it's going to be pretty cool. And by tomorrow, I mean Friday, January 1st. So maybe that'll get you guys a little bit of a guessing game. Think about what that could be. So I've recorded about 5 days worth that I'm going to edit down into one episode. So stay tuned for that. That should be fun. I have no idea how long that series is going to be. I know that the minimum I'm going to be doing that particular series is going to be 5 weeks. And what I want to do on Wednesdays is have a new game either every month or, until I finish the game, depending on if it's a finishable game, yada, yada, yada. But I know for the first portion, for the game that I'm thinking of, it's going to be 5 weeks. Going to be throughout the entirety of January. And I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. I hope that you guys can enjoy it too. But we'll see. And I actually don't entirely know. I've never played the game before. I have no idea what I'm getting into, what to expect from it. So it could be really good, or it could be 5 weeks of me not enjoying it. But I really wanted to play this game for a little while. It's a game that you have to keep up with daily kind of thing. There are dailies that you have to do with it. So hopefully, because I've been playing games similar to it recently on my own time, it'll be a little bit easier for me to get into than I think it will be. But I don't know yet. We'll see. And then, typically, on that same day, it's 7 p.m., because that'll be the 9 a.m. release, we'll be doing a book club. Now, I have a few books that I am going to be doing throughout the year, and we're going to be reading them together. Now, I'll do a full-on release of what this is going to look like in another video. That way, that'll probably be the first thing that we'll upload on Wednesday this week coming up. But yeah, we're going to need to discuss that a little bit beforehand. But let me just tell you what books we're going to be going through throughout the year. I made a nice little book club memo here on my phone. So, from January to May, we're going to be reading a series that I've never gotten the chance to read, but I've been very interested to read, and that's going to be the Dune series. So, throughout January, we're going to be reading the first book in Dune, February the second book, March the 3rd, April the 4th, and May the 5th book. I have all of them right over there next to me, and I'll be reading those throughout the course of the months. And I'll probably set a split it in fifths and fourths kind of thing. But the first Dune book, we're probably going to be only doing 3 or 4 episodes depending on how Wednesdays land in the month. I actually don't know. Let me check that real quick. So from the 6th, the 13th, the 20th, and the 27th. So because that's a shorter month for Wednesdays than usual, because the 6th I'm not going to be uploading a video reading, we're going to have to cut the first book into 3 parts, or we'll just use one from February to do both. I'll figure that out, and I'll let you guys know Wednesday what I'm going to do with it. But the first book series that we're going to be doing is the Dune series, and that's going to go all the way into May. Then in June, we're going to take a break from the Dune series and from other series, because I think we'll be finished the Dune series by that point. I think it's a 5-book series. We're going to read another book, a book that I've been putting off for a little while that's been recommended to me by a friend of mine. Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating. Should be a pretty interesting book. I have no idea exactly when I'm going to get that, hopefully earlier in the year, but I don't have it right now. I also don't have the second book that I'm going to mention here, the one that we're going to be doing in July, and that's 1Q84. It's a book by Haruki Murakami. Hold up. I'm going to butcher his name if I don't remember it, and I'm going to hate myself for it because Haruki Murakami. I thought that's what his name was, just had to make sure. I read another book of his, Norwegian Wood, and absolutely loved it. I've heard that this is another one of his very popular, good books, so I think I'm going to like it too. Got to get that one. A book that I do have that I'm going to be reading in August is Attachments, and I'm really looking forward to reading that book. I read the ending portion of it with a friend, and I never got to read through the entirety of the earlier parts, so I know how it ends, but I don't know how it works from beginning to end. So yeah, I'm super excited for that book. In September, celebrating, I think it's National Science Month, could be International Science Month. I'm blanking on which one it was that I wanted to do it for, but we're going to be reading Cosmos, written by Carl Sagan. Really excited for that. I've had this book for years now. I think it's 5 years now that I've had this book, and I haven't touched it yet. I really wanted to because Carl Sagan is so freaking cool. I love everything that I've seen from him. I've watched part of the Cosmos series. I've seen a couple of his lectures. He's just great. I can't wait to share that with you guys. And then we're going to read my favorite series to close out the year in October, December, and November. Not necessarily in that order. And that's the His Dark Materials series. Some of you guys may know it as the Golden Compass series. So in October, we'll read the Golden Compass. In November, we'll read The Subtle Knife. And in December, we'll read The Amber Spyglass. And we'll finish off the year with my 3 favorite book series. 3 favorite books from my favorite book series, I guess is a better way of putting that. And I'm super excited to do that. So we're going to have 2 series that we'll read through, and 4 unattached books. Books that I don't think have any connection to other books, but they are perfectly fine on their own. Got a nice mixture in there. We got some science fiction for the first 5 months of the year. We got a little bit of a romance, but it's sort of contemporary and a little bit comedic, if I can understand it properly. I think that's what I was told that we're going to have. We're going to have a more dramatic-filled book. It's going to have probably a little bit of romance and a little bit of social commentary. Should be a lot of fun. We're going to have another contemporary romance book just to sort of lighten it up a little bit because we have read a decent amount of heavy stuff throughout the year. The Cosmos will be a nice little science read. We'll get to learn a little bit. We'll get to have a little bit of fun with Carl Sagan, my boy. And then we'll go through one of my favorite book series, get to enjoy that together for the first time on this channel, and we'll probably talk about it a little bit more from there on out because I love the series. I've never mentioned it here on the series, but I'd like to talk about it a little bit more in the coming years because it has been such a foundational portion of my book reading experience and who I am as a person. Again, you're seeing the blade job that I did. We're not going to show that because it looks awful. That's why I'm wearing the headband. My hair looks fine. It's just that yeah. Anyway, and that's got like a nice little coming of age story, which I don't know if any of the others have. 1Q84 may, because I know that Haruki Murakami has a propensity to add that into his stories sometimes. In Norwegian Wood, there was sort of a coming of age style story from a, later in life perspective, I guess, whereas this one's more of like a teenager's kind of thing, whereas that was more of a college experience. But yeah, during all of this, I'm going to give reviews of what the books are, just like I did with East last year, and it's going to be a good time. I'm super excited for it. But now you're probably wondering, what about other series that you do? Series that are a bit more infrequent. Well, I'm glad you asked, because I have a couple of series that I'm going to be continuing, and a couple of series I might be bringing back. We'll see how that ends up going. But as for the series that I'm going to be continuing, the series that you guys know and love, and I've heard a lot of people requesting, my Chondriac podcast will be staying. We'll be keeping that going. In fact, it'll be a once-a-month thing. Every time that I decide to do it, it'll probably be on a Saturday that I'll do it, and it'll come out in the middle of the day. We'll say noonish. By the way, just so you all know, I'm working on Eastern Standard Time, so moving it to GMT, add 5 hours, and then you can figure it out from there based on your relation to GMT. Anyway, but yeah, we're going to continue doing the Mitochondriac podcast. Don't have anything recorded for that just yet, but we'll be getting to that tomorrow. I have a few things that I want to rant and rave about. I'm trying to remember what else. Oh yeah, My Life Story. Y'all remember that one? I used to play games like Crush Hour and just talk about my life. We're going to be bringing that back. There was a series I did that the OGs may remember, of Road to 20, where I tried to get to around 20 in Black Ops Zombies. Originally, I'd canceled the series, but the more that I've been thinking about it recently, the more I kind of want to go back to it and just sort of see if I can, actually do it now that my skills have regressed a little bit and the time has passed. But I'm kind of interested in trying. It's a game that I remember playing a lot as a kid, a game that I got to play at the very beginning of the channel, and a game I want to go back to. Black Ops Original is, got a deep place here in my heart. So I think I'm going to go back to that. And another game that I'm going to go back to, and why I'm mentioning Blade Jobs, is wrestling games, in particular SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. We're going to go ahead and finish up that season mode sometime during the year. I don't know when exactly, but I'm probably going to be uploading it in the Wednesday slot at some point. May come in February, may come later on in the year. I don't know yet, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, I think that's pretty much everything that I have for you guys today. Nice little update video. It's about an 18-minute for you guys to enjoy and get some sleep tonight. I know it's already about 12:30 by the time you finished watching this video, if you watched it on upload. And if not, then whatever day it is, I hope you're having a good one, and I hope you're making the most of it. I've been the Jackhammer 13, and catch you guys next time.